The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school as slowly as she could. Oh, she walked to school as slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum. Wow, she wrote it, right? She wrote her name on the sand. She even looks like a flower, said Victoria as Chrysanthemum entered the playground. Oh, let's pick her, said Rita, pointing. Let's smell her, said Joe. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During that time, Victoria raised her hand and said, A chrysanthemum is a flower, and it lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things. Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria, said Mrs. Chad. Now put your head down. Oh, I just cannot believe your name, Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. Neither can I, thought Chrysanthemum miserably. Ooh, look at her face. Welcome home, said her mother. Welcome home, said her father. School is no place for me, said Chrysanthemum. They said I even looked like a flower. They pretended to pick me and smell me. Oh, pish, said her mother. They're just jealous. And envious and begrudging and discontented and jaundiced, said her father. Who wouldn't be jealous of a name like yours, said her mother. After all, it's absolutely perfect, said her father. Chrysanthemum felt a trifle better after her favorite dessert, chocolate cake with buttercream frosting, and another evening filled with hugs and kisses and partridges. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that she really was a chrysanthemum. She sprouted leaves and petals. Victoria picked her and plucked her leaves and petals one by one until there was nothing left but a scrawny stem. Oh, it was the worst nightmare of Chrysanthemum's life. Chrysanthemum wore her outfit with 7 pockets. The next morning, she loaded the pockets with her most prized possessions and her good luck charms. Chrysanthemum took the longest route possible to school. She stopped and stared at each and every flower. Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum. Yes, you made it quite well. The flowers seemed to say. That morning, the students were introduced to Mrs. Twinkle, the music teacher. Oh, her voice was like something out of a dream, as was everything else about her. The students were speechless. Wow, they thought Mrs. Twinkle was an indescribable wonder. They went out of their way to make a nice impression. Mrs. Twinkle led the students in scales, and she assigned the roles for the class musical. Oh, Victoria was chosen as the dainty fairy queen, and Rita was chosen as the spiffy butterfly princess. Joe was chosen as the all-important pixie messenger, and Chrysanthemum was chosen as a daisy. You know Daisy, the flower? Chrysanthemum's a daisy, Chrysanthemum's a daisy, Joe, Rita, and Victoria chanted, thinking it was wildly funny. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. Oh, what's so humorous? Asked Mrs. Twinkle. Chrysanthemum was the answer. Her name is so long, said Joe. It scarcely fits on her name tag, said Rita, pointing. I'm named after my grandmother, said Victoria. She's named after a flower. Oh, but what happened next one? You can smile, shouting, cry. Oh, my name is Along, said Mrs. Twinkle. It is, said Joe. My name would scarcely fit on a name tag, said Mrs. Twinkle. It would, said Rita, pointing. You are, said Victoria. Yes, said Mrs. Twinkle. My name is Delphinium. Delphinium Twinkle. And if my baby is a girl, I'm considering Chrysanthemum as a name. I think it's absolutely perfect. Oh, Chrysanthemum could scarcely believe her ears. Oh, she blushed and she beamed. She bloomed. Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum, Chrysanthemum. Oh, Joe, Rita, and Victoria looked at Chrysanthemum longingly. Call me Marigold, said Joe. I'm Carnation, said Rita, pointing. My name is Lily of the Valley, said Victoria. Chrysanthemum did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She knew it. Bye-bye.
Touchdown.